Hello, my name is Dan Turk, and I'm an application engineer with Geometric Solutions. We're going to take a look at how to use arrangements. The first way is just by moving your components around. The second way that we'll look is to actually use constraints and have the constraints controlled by an arrangement. Let's go ahead and get started. Here you can see we have a model of a Zodiac boat. And we want to just take our arrangement, and what we want to show is the engine out of the water and the engine inside of the water. We'll go to the Assemblies tab, Arrangements, and I'll click just to create a new arrangement. And we'll call this one Engine Up. We'll make another one called Engine Down. And to start with, we'll double click on Engine Down and then close. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this engine and I'm just going to move it. So I'll just click on my assembly constraints, and we can see the settings, and I'll change the arrangement settings to apply to used. And I'm simply going to come over here with the constraints turned on and then just click and drag. This gives me a dynamic movement. So I'll just put that down. We'll say OK. Then I'll go back to my arrangements. This time I'll click on Engine Up. You can see that it's in the default position from when we started. Engine Down, and it goes down. So you can see to take your arrangement or your components and just move them into place, really easy to do. The next thing that we're going to look at, though, is how we can use our arrangements along with the constraints. The first thing that we're going to do is make sure we're still in the correct arrangement. There we can see we've got Engine Down selected. I'll then go to add an assembly constraint. What I want to make sure of is that underneath arrangements, it's set to apply to used. So in this case, it's going to apply it to the engine down. And let me add a parallel constraint. I'll just have the axes of the propeller, and I'll make that parallel with the Zodiac. Then we'll just say OK. By using the constraints, it allows me to have it more accurate. I'll go back into my arrangements and change it back to Engine Up. And Engine Down. Then back to Engine Up. Let's add an additional constraint for the Engine Up. Make sure it's set to apply to used. And this time, I'm going to add an angle. And what we can do is just find a couple of spots. So I'll choose one face, and then this axis. And let me set this angle. Let's see what 30 degrees looks like. I'll then go ahead and hit OK. And let me do a fit. What you'll notice is we've got this assembly constraint for angle, but you'll notice that the icon, it's changed a little bit. And that's because it's arrangement specific. I'm going to go back to my arrangements. Engine Down, there's that parallel. Engine Up, and the angle. In each case, you can see that the constraint is specific to the arrangement. And this does allow you to have more accuracy instead of just moving the component to kind of guess. Let's next take our arrangement and bring it into a drawing. Switch over to drafting. I'll use the View Creation Wizard. And what you'll notice right away is we have the option for arrangements. Let me first change my orientation to a front view. Then I'll go back to the arrangement and I can change it engine down, engine up. So I'll just use that one. And we'll just move this guy up a little bit. Then I'll click to add a base view. Arrangement, this time engine down, and again with the front. So it's just that easy to add these arrangements or to specify the arrangement for your drawing view. If you wanted to change this later, all you have to do is just right click on the view, and then we just would click edit, and that's where you can choose the different arrangements that you want. I'll change this one to engine down, and the drawing's out of date, so I'll just click update, and then it takes and it gives me that engine down. I hope this introduction to arrangements was helpful. Thank you for your time.